Okay folks, it's stereo time. Now, I just finished putting the speakers in. You'll see that. You would have saw that video by now, anybody who's that interested in it. And here's what we have. We have OEM stuff. We have the cassette deck. We have the head unit. And way up underneath, way up yonder, that's the actual radio, that's the actual sound system, the amplifier, everything else. That's got to come down. This has got to come out. Tray got to come out of there, I think. Yeah, most likely. And then this part got to come out. So we have a DIN 1 system. It's a single machine, single stereo. Let's go and have a look at it and see what it's like. So this is the Sony NEX XB100BT. It got, yes, 100 watts of power per channel. And there's the model number, and it's got a Bluetooth system in it, and it's got Song Pal, all of that old stuff. You probably need your master's degree to operate it, but anyway, we're going to modernize the old truck. We're going to show this in it. This really don't require an amp, although you can put one on it. You can change whatever color you want on the display. And we have, what do we have? Let me see, folks. Hang on a second, folks. I'll get this out of here. Hang on. I'll put this down for a second, because Kathy is not here. Let me see if you can see this. This here will be the tray where the head unit goes for the stereo. Now this is going to go in, and it's a place to put your CDs if you need them. If you need a place to put them. I had the choice. I could have just got an empty compartment, but either way, this works both ways. So I kind of like that. Then over here, this will be the new faceplate for the stereo. Hang on. Yeah, so yeah, it goes like that. Yeah, so we just transfer over the vents here, and the radio will go in here, the new stereo. And it came with a harness. Sorry guys. A harness and an adapter for the radio. So the harness now that's in the radio, that comes with the radio, will wire onto this. Should be standard colors, but I will check the schematics on it. And yeah, so it's just a matter of putting all these together, soldering them, heat shrinking them, and the OEM wiring should plug into this plug right here. And well, in theory anyway. So I got to go start gutting it out. I won't show every detail of me taking it apart because it's just going to take me all day. It's 3:45 here now. I've been at this all day, so I'm going to gut it out. Then I'll show it to you when it's all gutted. Just to let you know that when you're taking these things out here, you're going to want to pull it out on the bottom first, because if you try to haul it on top first, you'll crack off those tabs, and we don't want to go doing that, do we? You'll notice there's a little slot cut here. That's because I got a cab cam in the truck, and I cut the little slot so the wire can come out here. So I'll have to do the same thing with the other one. Here's the replacement one, and it's a pretty good color match. Again, you know, it's hard to tell because this truck has been out outdoors for 20 odd years, and the sun has been beaten down, but it's not a bad color match. And you can see it's got a raised profile to accommodate the depth of the new stereo. I'll have to transfer over the vents. I'll do that now shortly, but I got to go back and I'm going to start gutting out the OEM stuff. I wanted to point out too, I got this off eBay, this particular installation kit. The radio itself came from Best Buy, and so did the Infinity speakers that you saw in the other video. Here is the people that I bought the the kit from on eBay, and reasonably priced and very fast shipping, so I have no complaints with these people. They're great to deal with. For anybody who's doing these vent thingies, you can take out that little spring first, and he just goes down there like that and holds this in place. Once, I'll try to do this now with one hand. Now on the OEM one, it goes down here first and then down in the slot. But what I found with this one, the aftermarket one, you'll want to put it in this side first. Do it the complete opposite, because there's no slot here like there is on the OEM. So you'll put it in the slot here, and you'll take a screwdriver or just try to push it down in place like that, and then you'll put your spring back down in here. The spring is really just a retainer to hold it back in. This is definitely not coming out, but I will put the spring in there anyway just to make sure. So here you have the three components that must be removed. The cassette deck, the head unit, the amp, and that's what it looks like. People complain that these are hard to get out, but they're really not hard to get out. Just hard to find. They're up by the gas pedal, and you got to take out a couple of screws and let the wiring go on them. Now let's go out and have a look at the truck. So there's a hole in the dash there, Liza. Anyway, there's the cab cam. There's the bracket for it. Anybody's wondering what that is, that's the dash cam with the GPS hooked up to it. Now, in order for the new stereo to fit, this bracket must be removed here to give it some more depth. So that's my next job now, to take that out. So that's the bracket that I had to remove. It's only a couple of minutes to take it out, so won't have to worry about this one anymore. Okay, we got the tripod hooked up for you. Give you something to look at, even if it's only me. So I'm going to do some unboxing here now. See, these here are the color codes, standard color codes. So technically the wires on this should work the same as the wires on the stereo. So we're hoping and praying. Little tool for taking out the stereo. Instructions. That's the head unit, or the face plate, I guess you'd call it. This here is a power hookup for the whole stereo. This really should have its own designated wire right from the battery. Now, because they say if you take it from the fuse box, it might not be enough there to carry the amperage, and the stereo might lack in performance. As it happens, I already have a dedicated wire coming into a switch for my LED light bar in the front. There's only a small light bar, so I'm going to go to that one because I know it's a good heavy wire, and it will be able to look after that, carry the load. This is the harness for the stereo, and these got to be spliced. I'm hoping I don't have to add anything to them, but I got to check that out first. Now, Bluetooth microphone. Let me see. Remote. Empty box. And this is the stereo. Right there, I like that. So I guess what I need to do now is take this piece off here, and this got to go in the new faceplate. I got to try to figure out how I'm going to get this off without busting it all up. I don't want to bust it all up. Not yet anyway. Oh my gosh, why don't they make this stuff easier to let go? Hey boy. Not going to rely on that very much. Folks, I'll be back in a second. I got to go get a screwdriver. Okay, I got it off. Boy, I'm going to tell you, that was no easy task. Now I have to let this go. They go down like so. Oh, well, I think they do. Again. Trouble. Okay. That's right. Okay. That's how that's going to work. So, just make sure I got this right side up. So now we have to take that and put that in that. Like so. Then there's tabs that you see in here, and they have to be bent in to hold this in place. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here now, folks. You notice how I said attempt? I think somebody said we're supposed to get more snow. My God, I hope not. I don't know how much more snow that I can honest to God take. It's kind of getting on my nerves right now. Snow. So I'd like to get that a bit tighter in there. It's looking a bit better. Yeah. Now I know for most of you this is going to be boring, but I've had a few people with old trucks like myself ask if I could do a video on it. So that's the reason for it. Like I say, lots of times there's going to be videos that people love and people don't like because it don't apply to them. But you got to try to give it to everybody, you know. So I'm going to bend that one down. There's lots of little tabbies there to bend down, I can guarantee you that. The crows are on the go. Because as you've seen at the beginning of the video, on the speaker video, they're after the little birdie feeders. Because they're greedy buggers, that's why. That's nice and tight now. So I got to go out now and do a fit and see how that's going to work. This here, by the way, this is for your microphone here, folks, just in case you're wondering. So according to my calculations, that's going to be plenty of wire. I'm just going to join them exactly like that. I'm going to join them together, and I'm going to solder them, and I'm going to use heat shrink on them. That's a must, folks. You have to do it all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do all of that because you don't want to watch me for a half an hour doing this. And I'll come back very shortly. Oh my gosh, the boring part of it, the boring part of it. These are Blue Point wire strippers. I have had them since Noah built the Ark. They work really, really well. Yes, sirree. This should make the whole darn works of this wireless. Power wires and all. I don't know how they do it, but that'd be some technology to have. So like I say, folks, I will come back in about, well, you guys are going to think it's instantly. But for me, it's going to be probably a half an hour. So go get yourself a cup of coffee. Okay, folks, I might as well show you how I do this. I basically strip the wire, and I take them like this, and I twist it that away, and then I twist it that away, and I end up with that, and then I solder it. And it looks like that, folks. I don't know if it'll focus. Will it focus? You guys watching? You probably paying attention here? Anyway, so then you take your heat shrink and you put your heat shrink up over like that, and then you plug in your friggin' heat gun is what you do. Hang on, folks, bear with me. We got a heat gun malfunction. And that, folks, is how I do it, okay? And I have to do it 5,000 billion times, and then I'll come back. Just like a spaghetti factory blew up, Kathy.
It is, isn't it? Oh
yeah, but gosh. Anyway, I got the wiring done, or what I perceive to be done. So I'm just gonna tape this up into a harness now, and continue on to put it in the truck. That's the harness, part of it anyway. I suppose I could put some wire loom on it, but it won't much matter where that's going. You won't even see it. Here's where it plugs in. Here's the OEM harness from the truck, and this patch cord now that came with the installation kit. Everything plugs into that there now. That cavity is empty, and of course there's no pins in it either, so that's how it'll look. Hey folks, well, it's Sunday. I got the stereo installed, well, kind of last night. Didn't have the shop cleaned up or anything, so I said, well, I'll finish up the video today so I could show you in the nighttime. I had no difficulties whatsoever. Well, one little tiny difficult problem I ran into. The faceplate wouldn't go right up and snap in place, and when I took it back out and looked in, the antenna wire, the antenna, steel part of the antenna cable was touching a bracket for the mixture cable for the heater. So I just bent the bracket a little tiny bit and it worked out perfect. It was a 5-minute fix. So if anybody tries to put a single DIN or a DIN 1 head control unit in these things, they're quite long, so it's not a lot of room, but it will work. The antenna might be an issue for you. Yeah, so anyway, I made the mistake of running the power wire and sitting in the truck, and this must have been around, I don't know, I'd say 8 o'clock, kind of getting duckish out. And of course, when the thing fired up, I mean, you got to be nothing short of a rocket scientist working for NASA for the last 30 years. You must have had to start off at the Apollo project to figure out how to use these darn things. Man, oh man, brutal. But now once you get used to it, there's nothing to it. So of course I sat in the truck and I turned it on and I started tweaking and tweaking. And there's this Sony app that you can get, oh, I forget the name of it now, something pal, Song Pal, and it's a free download. And of course you can get on that, and via Bluetooth you can tailor your equalizers, and oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Then you got to program your phone to automatically pick up the phone when you get in the vehicle, and of course it's wireless now, so I can just push one knob and ask Siri through the iPhone and through the stereo to call whoever I want, or whoever's in my address book. And of course I was experimenting with that, and of course the next thing, it was 10 o'clock in the night, and I said, geez, I gotta go in at this. So anyway, I finished it up today, just cleaned up the truck a little bit. So I'm going to take the camera there now and just going to show you what it looks like. I mean, remember folks, I'm gone from a basic AM FM radio with a cassette deck to this. So the way I see it is probably the equivalent of going from a biplane to a 747 wide body. There's that much technology built into this. Just for instance, the color of the display head. They say there's 35,000 different colors that you can choose to have that light up, or you can have it blink to the music, great for anybody who wants a seizure, and or you can tailor make it like I've got it, where it'll light up in the nighttime exactly the same color as the pickup. So it's crazy, you know. What's it going to be in another 10 years, for God's sake? But anyway, so I'll take you aboard the truck there now, and I'll show you what it looks like. Probably the best thing to do would be to get in on the passenger side. We will have a look. I got some more changes I got to make on this truck too. The mirrors are being changed, and again the steering wheel is being changed, and you can see it's cleaned up pretty good here now. And of course, here's what it looks like. So remember the head unit at the beginning of the video. Of course, now there's a CD compartment right there, or a compartment where you can just lay things in it. And of course there's the head unit there, and it kind of looks like it belongs, to be honest with you, in my opinion. And I got some Velcro. Sorry guys, I got a brain fart on the go here. And I got the remote stuck there, so I can pull it down here. There's the remote there for the overhead emergency LED light, and that of course is the cam cab. Up there is the dash cam that you seen the video on there the other day when we were out for our drive. And then over yonder, right over here, I don't know if it's going to be too dark. Oh no, there you go. That is the Bluetooth, or the microphone for the Bluetooth system, or for the phone system. And yeah, so everything's back to normal on this thing now. Like I said, I cleaned it up a bit. I would like to take the old seat cover off, but the problem is I use this truck basically for work. It's not a truck that I drive around in much. The seat in it is perfect, but you know, you're out welding or you're out doing some mechanic work. If you happen to get some dirt on it, well, seat cover don't matter. You can pull it off and wash it. So I guess I'll leave it at that. And yeah, so I'm kind of pleased with it. Excellent sound. I won't play the sound, because I'll tell you, every time I play a song, I get this copyright infringement, third party this or second party that, and so just to avoid them issues, and really, you won't get to see them anyway with regards to, you won't get to hear the sound of it anyway. By the time it gets compressed on YouTube, it's just no sense with it. So I guess the next thing will, well, whatever shows up in the post next, it could be the steering wheel, it could be the mirrors. We're going to put some trailer mirrors on, nothing fancy, just regular trailer, well, they're newer style trailer mirrors, and they just pull out manually. This truck don't have any power or anything. You got power steering and an automatic transmission, that's it. When I bought this thing, I kind of bought it as a leftover. When I was working at the dealership, there was only 2 trucks left. This was one of them, and of course I did it up during the process. It's not the real fancy, but I'm kind of glad, because I've worked on a lot of these trucks since we've been in business, and there's always power window issues and power door lock issues, and I don't have any of that with this old fella. So it's a work truck. It's not your basic work truck, because it's got the cloth headliner and stuff in it, and the sliding rear window and stuff. So just one step up, I guess, from the work truck, intermittent wipers and whatnot. So yeah, so that's it. And I'm sorry I couldn't give you more detail in the video, but when Kathy is not here and I'm trying to get stuff done, it's kind of difficult to do all the filming. But you know, you got the gist of it. It's not bad to do. Just take your time and go by the just go by the schematic that I showed, like you saw me looking at, and it's pretty well plug and play after that. Of course, I got into other things, cleaning, and you know, as I was going along. So there it is. So I got a question for you guys. I'm going to be replacing all the tires on the truck. I noticed the other day that a couple of them got some crazing going on, and I think I'm going to replace the tires. I don't want to see any cracks in tires. It's dry rot. These tires are in really, really good shape. Very low miles on them, but you know, again, I only use this for towing trailers, welding trailer and dump trailer. So I don't want to be on the road unsafe. But the question is, do you think I should put aluminum alloy wheels on it? I'm going to insert a picture, and I'm going to get your opinion of it just to see. Oh, and by the way, I'm keeping the same size tires, and if I put the rims on, it's going to be the same size rims. I have no intentions of putting bigger tires on with bigger rims and a lift kit or anything like that. Just to see what you think. You think I should replace, because those are special GM hubcaps, believe it or not, but they're stainless steel. No rusting, no maintenance. Put them on, left them on the truck, and didn't do nothing with them after. That's how good they are. So I'm going to insert a picture. I kind of saw a rim that kind of took my fancy. Just kind of tossing it around. One side of me says I should do it, put the new tires on them and on the new rims, and the other side says, well, you've had these and they're trouble-free, they're rust-free, they won't peel, they won't corrode. So you know, it's only steel rim on back of them. And they've been on her since Noah built the ark, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, your opinion on that. And what else? That's about it, I think. I'm going to see if I can get this uploaded. Maybe, I don't know if I'll throw it on today or maybe wait till Monday. We'll see. So anyway, folks, you guys have a great day. Look after yourselves. We'll see you in the next video. We read all the comments. I don't get a chance to comment on them. I get a chance to reply on your comments because I'm just so busy. Like here in the week it's crazy, and then in the weekends, well, I kind of save it for this kind of stuff. If I don't get the time to do, if I don't get any extra time, I don't get time to do videos. So please forgive me if I don't comment. It's just a crazy time of the year. Okay, guys, you guys have a good weekend. Take care. God bless.